loves to say son of a bitch, the same with you who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cars. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Well, when I picked up Shellshock 2, well, rented it, I had a feeling, you know, it wasn't going to be that great, but maybe I'll get some enjoyment out of it. Now, going by the studio's track of, you know, Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator 2, I wanted something as awesome as those, but I wasn't quite expecting it. So if you want to know if Shellshock's worth picking up, buying, renting, watch the rest of my review to find out. Well, the story is kind of starts off cool and interesting. Basically, you're on your search for your brother, but right away, the camp that you're in, the military camp, gets fucked over by these soldiers. Just some normal soldiers and some crazy soldiers. But first, the normal ones. And I'm pretty sure we're still in Vietnam, and you basically shoot a bunch of soldiers, and you're trying to find your brother. It's simple, but, I mean, it's gritty. I mean, your captain stabs a guy who's in his sleep just because he's talking in his sleep. He actually stabs him in the throat. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. And the dude is funny with some of his lines. I mean, it is funny as hell, and it's gritty as hell. But overall, some really weak one-liners that made me cringe, and the ending was very disappointing, and it had a kind of a cool build-up, but the ending was definitely disappointing. Well, the graphics really... Okay, it has some cool designs to it, and there's tons of blood. I mean, you shoot a guy's head off, you see blood fly all over the place. It's cool. But really, the graphics at best are okay, just really okay. And guys getting stuck in walls and such, come on, we really gotta change that. I mean, it's not like this game is a sandbox game or a billion things going around. You got me, you got two other guys, and we're shooting each other. They should not get stuck in walls or like start lagging, and it's just terrible. Come on.
Of you fucking pussy. Time for the show.
And sadly, this is where Shellshock just fucks up. The gameplay. There's some decent jump moments. If you're playing with full volume up and everything, the music is actually not bad and gets you into this moment of they're gonna kill you. And the finisher in this game, both the shooting and the repeatedly bashing their skull in with the what do you call it, the gun, is pretty badass. That's probably where the good ends for the gameplay. I know this is very hard because it actually did have an interesting story. It was gritty. I was like, well, you know, who cares about the graphics? The gameplay is good. Well, let me just start off with the worst thing. The shooting is iffy at best. I mean, half the time you feel like you have a fucking plastic gun in your hand and you shoot and then the gun goes flying up and you're like, what the fuck, is this guy like 2 pounds? He can't hold a gun straight? I mean, it's just bad. And the aiming in general just is not very good. Let me just tell you that this game has the worst zombies in the world. Okay, these zombies, first of all, when they first come out, they're like regular, everyday zombies. They have Down syndrome, they're walking really slow, like, oh, I'm coming to get you. You know, they ain't doing shit. If you let off one shot, and even if you miss them, they turn into motherfucking 28 days later zombies. They come running at you like they just found a feast of corpse, and they're like, I mean, they make this sound too, which, first of all, is like, what the fuck is he making? But by the time you're saying that, this guy's already at your face. And let me just tell you, these zombies are like Arnold Schwarzenegger. They are the strongest zombies in the world. One hit literally hurts the shit out of you, and you die in like 3-4 hits from the zombies. It's just, this game at some points is the hardest game I've ever played in my life. It is that scary. And overall, the level design is crap. Really, this gameplay needed to be fixed. It needed to be polished. It needed to get rid of zombies or make the zombies fun to kill. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger zombies where they hit you in 3 or 4 hits and you are basically fucked. That's just not fun. That's not fun. Well, the enjoyment is actually one of the higher parts. Why? Well, there's the bad and the good. The story is interesting in my opinion, and it really does show that this team that made Alien and Alien vs. Predator, you know, they still got it. I mean, if you ever played the Marine story in Alien vs. Predator 2, you know what I'm talking about. They do have a grasp on the story, and I think it would have been a good game if they had another year. I think they could have made a fucking fabulous game, because I think Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator 2 are one of the best shooters I've ever played. So the story is interesting, and you know, it actually made me play through the whole game. If the story sucked, I would have gave up on the first level, but strangely enough, I was intrigued to find out what the hell was going to happen at the end. I'm just telling you that the weak gameplay hurts this game too much. It really hurts this game. I mean, it completely takes a shit on this game. I really wish that it had a year, because this game could have turned out to be a lot of fun. I'm not saying I didn't have fun blowing off some zombies' heads, but when the zombie comes at you full speed like it's a goddamn Ferrari and just smacks the shit out of you and 2-3 hits you're dead, it's just not very fun.
Now we get to see what you made of, you fucking pussy.
Hey!
Slick. Shoot him!
Cúi xuống.